Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome back for another strategies, tactics and boosts video. And we are here to see our opening and final round for the Mercedes GP event. Uh, I hope with our first video we helped you to make it through the opening, and now we're going to see how we're going to get to the final and then get maximum value out of the final races. Let's go, and first of all let's see the 8 tracks we are racing. So as we can see, we have 4 tracks with chances of rain, elsewhere bigger chances, and elsewhere lower or very low, like in Miami, and only 1 track, Abu Dhabi, with some chances of high temperatures. But in Abu Dhabi, we have to be careful because we like to go 3 laps on softs, and if the temperature is over 30, we have to check out if our drivers can support this or they need some tire management boosting. So, Barcelona, Imola, Montreal, Miami, Suzuka, Spielberg, Austria, Mexico, and Abu Dhabi with chances of rain. In Spain, 27%, Canada, 28%, Miami, 9%, and Suzuka, the highest chances, 66%. Yeah, we saw everything. Okay, and let's go and see our strategies. And we have a lot because we have a lot of rain. Half the tracks we have to see them for wet conditions. We start with Spain, a track that is very similar with Hungary and Mexico, with only one difference. Here we can't go. The degradation of the tires is bigger, so we cannot go 4 laps with softs, and this is why we change our strategies a little bit. So if you are at the back and want to play the long game, 5-3 hard soft, an excellent choice. You can't go 5 laps with mediums, forget it. If you decide to choose something like this, it's 5-3 hard soft. The same goes if you want to do the undercut, soft hard. But the best and the fastest strategy for this track, wherever you start, 24th or P1, it's this one. This is the fastest strategy, medium, 4-4, 1 pit stop. And the second fastest strategy, with a slight difference, you can try it if you are at the back, but I would prefer it if you are in the middle or at the top. 3-3-2, soft, all the way with softs, of course. In Spain, we have a lot of spots where we can overtake during our lap, so softs will help us do this. Yeah, for me, 4-4 and this strategy are my best bets and the strategies that I'm always following. Now, if it rains, we always do what we say, we undercut the bots. The bots will pit in lap 5. So 4-4, for both our drivers. If we have a driver at the top 3, then we can get him to do 5-3. Oh, before we go on, bots wise, now that the bots are still boosted, as I say, first of all, if we don't have maxed out drivers, high level drivers, then we choose boosts to help our restart, and then choose if you want overtaking or if you want tire management, but it's restart plus one other stat that we want to boost. And the third stat of the boost, it should probably be for the car, maybe some speed or some cornering. So this is like telling you, hey, use Koopa because it has restart, it has cornering, it has restart and overtaking for your driver, and cornering for your car. Yeah, boosts like that. If you don't need cornering and you need, let's say, speed, then yeah, Street Shark. It's the same like Koopa, but instead of cornering, we have here speed. Another one is Firework, of course, where we get again. It's like it's the same as Street Shark, but with different boosting in the same stats: overtaking, restart, and speed. Of course, there is always Prince, there is Herald. We can choose. These boosts are great if we start in lower positions, in the middle of the pack or at the back of the pack, where we for sure need a restart boost. And this means if we start so back, this means that our drivers are not maxed out, are not at the highest level, so they need boosting, maybe in overtaking, maybe in tire management. You will be the judge of it. As you can see, if you want a restart and tire management, you can always use Frost. So this goes for all the tracks, what I'm saying about the boosts. And if you have high level drivers, maxed out drivers in this event, if you have epic level 7 or level 8 Russell and Hamilton, then okay, it's more important to boost your car than your drivers. And boosts like Merlion, well, Merlion for me is the best boost of the game, especially if we are at the top level. So Merlion, that which is going to boost your speed, your cornering, and your pit times. This will help you even more when you go for 2 pit strategies. Okay, let's go now to the next races, and the next one is Imola. Yeah, Imola. It's a tough one, but at least it's not like Monza. Monza is even more tougher, more difficult. Here, we're going to follow the same strategies like Monza, but here there are lots of spots where we can overtake our opponents, so it's much easier to gain positions. Of course, if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, go pick this strategy for both your drivers. It works perfectly. But if you are in the middle or at the top of the grid, then it's 2 pit stops. Here I will stick to soft, medium, because if you don't have good tire management, you cannot do 3 laps with softs. And of course 3-3-2. But if you have good tire management, or you boost your tire management, let's say it's frost, or maybe you can boost it with Tsar or Movember. Okay, so then yeah, you can easily go all softs and you are going to be even faster, even more aggressive, and gain even more position. So in this track, tire management plays a major role on your tire options. If you have good tire management, then go for all softs. If you don't have good tire management, choose a boost with that will boost your tire management and go all softs. If you don't have any of that, then yes, the 3 laps, the stint with the 3 laps, probably with mediums. Okay, next one is Montreal, where I know many of you like one pit stop, but I am since I've been starting P12, P13, P14, and higher, I decided that 2 pit stops is the 2 pit stop strategy is faster. So if you are at the back, yes, 5-3, hard soft or even medium soft. Now, the second fastest strategy is this one: 4-4, soft medium, and maybe even soft soft if your driver can do it. This is a very good option because you can start with softs, and if you get, let's say, P1, P1 easily if you are at the top, or if you have a great start and get into P1 after lap 1 or lap 2, then you don't need to do 2 pit stops. You go for 1 pit stop, and as I always say, when we do as we do less pit stops, we are less vulnerable in a safety car, from a safety car. So we will start with softs, and we will decide if it's going to be softish or soft medium 1 pit stop, or if it's going to be 2 pit stops. So yeah, all softs, of course. Now, if it rains, the bots will go in lap 5. I don't know if some of them go lap 6, like Norris or Verstappen. So, and maybe Hamilton and Russell that are boosted now. But our best choices are 4-4 for both our drivers, of course. And if we are at the top, if you are afraid from that you are going to have stacking, you can try 3-5. But for me, try to make a gap between your two drivers and go 4-4 for both of them. Only if your driver is at the top, go for 5-3. Next one, Miami, with very few chances of rain, but we're going to see both dry and wet conditions. Here it's all the way, whether it's a dry race or a wet race, 2 pit stops. 2-2-3, soft, medium, and 3-2-2, medium, soft, and third stint is up to you. If your driver can do 2 laps with softs and give you the ability to push the red button, yep, then do it. Go medium, soft. This is what I'm doing. But if your driver cannot support a stint with softs, 2 laps, and pushing the red button, then use mediums. Now, if it rains, when it rains, the bots here in Miami pit, they do 2 pit stops too, and they go 3-3-1. So we want mainly to avoid to pit in lap 3 and in lap 6. This is why we go 2, 2, 3. We pit in lap 2 and in lap 4. The bots will pit in lap 3 and 6. And it's 3, 2, 2 only if we are at the top of the grid. If we are at the top 3, 4 positions of the race. Because our first pit is going to be with the bots. We don't want to stuck in traffic. So this is only if we are at the top of the grid. Now, next one, Suzuka, and this is the last race we are going to have, and we have great chances of rain. If I remember well, it's 66%. So, one pit here when we are. This is mainly in one pit strategy track for me. Okay, I'm always saying that this is what I do. I prefer one pit in Japan. I find it faster. I have raced against real players, same level as me. We have tried different strategies, and my understanding is that one pit stop is better than two here. So, 4-3 hard medium, of course, and 3-4 medium hard, but the fastest strategy here is this one. 4-3 medium medium. First stint, we need some good tire management, and first stint, we conserve a little bit. Don't be afraid that we are going to run out of tires. Let me get back to the map. We are going to run out of tires probably at the middle of sector 3, the yellow sector, where it says DRS detection zone and speed trap. Okay, there probably we're going to run out of tires, but we don't care. It's we're not going to be very slow. I have done it hundreds of times. So don't be afraid of it. Push the red button maybe and go for it. And the time we are losing by getting this running this section without tires is less than doing a second pit stop. So I like this more. I prefer to go a few meters, okay, a few meters with no tires than do a second pit stop. 4-3 medium medium, the best choice for you here. Of course, if you want to go 2 pit stops, then you have to be aggressive. This means soft, medium, 2 to 3, so you can push in all your stints and not think about your tires. Now, the second fastest strategy, but this is if you start at the top of the grid, is this one. Again, I tried it against real players and it works. It works perfectly. Both stints, your tires will run out at the point I saw you in the middle of sector 3, but don't worry. You are going to be so fast by using softs and mediums that you don't care about it. You just don't care. Now, if it rains, yeah, bots will pit lap 4, so we pit lap 3, 3, 4, and if we are at the top, of course, 4, 3. And off we go to Austria. 10 laps here, don't forget, it's a 10 lap track, and not much to say. The strategies are, let's say, we cannot pick something else, we cannot do something else. It's 3, 3, 4 softs and mediums, And 4-3-3 for our other driver, again medium and softs. Mexico. We raced in Mexico so many times in GPs, and we know that we need to do a one pit strategy. So this is the second fastest strategy, 5-3 medium soft. We can easily go 5 laps with mediums. Don't be afraid of doing it. Oh, okay, if you can't, if you are in the entry level of the drivers, yes, you will go hard soft and maybe hard medium. Okay, but don't be afraid. 5-3 medium soft, or of course I told you, if you can't, you go with harder compounds. And the fastest strategy is this one, soft medium 4-4. Of course you can always choose to do the undercut. This is the third fastest strategy. This is just an alternative, 3-5 soft medium. You can try it. Maybe your style of playing goes better with this strategy, but for me 5-3 medium soft and 4-4 soft medium, or even soft soft, are the two best choices here. And yeah, finally we have Abu Dhabi. Our last track is Abu Dhabi. This is a very fast track with a third sector, the yellow sector, that is not a little bit, a lot slow. It needs a lot of cornering. So combo boosts here are the best choice, of course. Now, if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, and I remember when we started this season and we were starting P20, P22, P18, yeah, and it was a nightmare in Abu Dhabi, but this strategy was what helped us make good scores. 4-4, both hards. Don't be afraid. It's a fast track. The hards will go fast with it. But of course, for the rest of you, for the rest of us, when we start at the middle or at the top of the grid, then 2 pits. And again here, it's about temperature, what tire and about tire management of your drivers, which compounds you are going to choose. 3 laps with softs, you can do it easily if you have good tire management. Else, the stints that are 3 laps, you will do it with mediums. So it's 2-3-3. I will do it all with softs, but you have to see your tire management and the temperature. If it's very high, maybe we're going to have issues with our softs. And of course 3-3-2, and yeah, this means this is the end. And of course, as I said, 3-3-2 all softs, only if our driver can support uh, 3 laps with softs. And be careful, because as we have seen in Abu Dhabi, we will probably see we have a small chance in high temperatures, so be careful about it. That's it. Let's go and see them again. Barcelona, Imola, Montreal, Miami, Suzuka, Austria, Mexico, and Abu Dhabi, with chances of rain in Spain, Montreal, Miami, and Suzuka. So that's it for this weekend, for this racing weekend. Don't forget to read the description below. You will find the link to my Discord server. Join, and you will find all these strategies uploaded there, so you can have them at any time you want. And of course, you can join and ask me whatever you want there. Also, don't forget to go and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and press that little bell so you get notified when I upload a new video or when I'm live streaming, which I'm going to do, of course, again on the weekend, my opening and final round. Thank you for watching. I wish you have great results. See you in the races. See you in my next live stream. Take care, everybody.